Hey everybody, Logan here with Super Nintendo video. Why? Because you asked for these, so you're getting them. And I guess since I'm doing a retro video, I decided to go with the retro Red Bandana Gaming logo shirt, which you can buy at our spring shop. Link in the description below, where you can pick up all kinds of great Red Bandana Gaming merch. Huh? Go ahead, do that. I'll wait. Did you buy a shirt? You bought a shirt. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay. But did you hit that subscribe button too? You should hit that subscribe button. It really help out. Whatever. So, yeah, as you know, today we're talking about Super Nintendo games. So that means it's Saturday. So, yeah, I guess after that channel update video, Saturday is going to be the day where you're going to see all kinds of Nintendo stuff, and of course Sunday's Sega stuff. All retro, because retro, we love retro here, because retro is the best. So we're going to look at five Super Nintendo games that you may have missed, but you should play. So I guess that would be hidden gems, but I don't want to call it hidden gems. Say, you should play, but you probably haven't. So I've got them stacked up in front of me. Without any further ado, let's take a look.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
These games aren't in any particular order. Like, I decided, I was like, I want to do this, but I have so many games. I usually keep it to 5. I think 5 is a good number. Some channels go 10 hidden gems. 5. I like 5. Why? Because 10 can sometimes be overwhelming, especially if you're trying to look for these games now out in the wild or online. It makes it easier to find 5 instead of 10. So, where do I begin? Okay, we're going to start with one that may or may not be so hidden, but I know a lot of people didn't play this version because they played the Genesis version. And if you guys have been watching the channel, which I'm sure you have and you're subscribed, right? I did this game ported to the Xbox, part of that Disney collection. And that is Disney's Aladdin. Disney's Aladdin for the Super NES was done by Capcom. Much different than the Genesis version, where the Genesis version you actually use a sword, you fight enemies, face to face, with your weapon. With the Super Nintendo one, you don't. Super Nintendo one is much more platforming. You do have your weapons are technically apples, but you throw them in order to stun your enemies. And then you can jump on them and get them out of there, but you have to jump on them. It's less violent than the Genesis version, but it's made by Capcom, and the other one I think was Virgin. Not 100% sure who made that one because I never played it when I was young. I touched it, then looked at it and smelled it over it. I didn't smell it. At a friend's house, saw him playing, and I was like, what? I have the Super Nintendo one. Super Nintendo one's better. That's debatable. But yes, if you haven't, go check out the video. You're going to get clips from each stage without any technical spoilers for the story, but we all know the story of Aladdin. It's my favorite Disney movie. Yeah, this Aladdin, not the remake. Sorry, Will Smith, but Robin Williams is the best. So I love this one. It's my favorite Disney animated movie. So when I got this game, I just enjoyed the crap out of it. I think it's a really good game. If you haven't tried it, go play it. Next one also comes from a cartoon, which it's a really weird one, not super popular, but this character was stupid popular back in the 90s. It was on shirts and everything, but all Looney Tunes were. Oh, you want to know who? I think you got a little. Yeah, it was Taz. It was Tasmania. Come to Tasmania. Come to Tasmania. Come to Tasmania. We mean you. Oh, okay. Remember the cartoon? Yeah, the Tasmania cartoon. And this game was based on that, but it was more like an odd racing game because you played as Taz and you ran down a road avoiding objects and everything. It's like a racing game. But in order to, I think it was fill your health or get extra time. It's been a couple of years since I played it. I actually did a video on our Instagram. You can actually see it in the highlight stories. But Taz would reach up and snatch birds and like go, go, go. And then the kiwis and stuff like that in the road and so on. And that would be his time extended, his health, if you ran over things, and then you have to run the course at a certain time. Yeah, it was technically a racing game. You can call it a running game, but it was a racing game with Taz. And I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed this game for an unexplainable reason. It was just really fun. And I think it doesn't get any love. And no one's ever played it. I've never seen videos. People don't talk about it. So I'm talking about it. We're going to talk about Taz. Tasmania. Remember, everybody had shirts with him wearing like basketball stuff. Or I had one where he was wearing Orlando Magic stuff. Even though I was living in Miami. I was living in Miami. Bought the Taz wearing the Orlando Magic shirt in North Carolina. Yeah, funny. How about that? But Taz! There you go. Tasmania. Next one is, hey, you think you're cool because you play Dark Souls and Demon Souls? You think you know what hard is, Mr. Sekiro? No, you don't. Not until you play Spawn. Sorry. Now, a couple of them I do have in these plastic shells, I guess plastic protectors, because they're either worth more or I just haven't purchased enough to fill out the entire collection. But yes, that's Spawn the video game. You want to know a hard game? Play Spawn the video game. That's a hard game. You have your life is your magic, and the game's just really hard. It's really hard. Whether you're fighting against Redeemer or even just the regular guys with the guns, man. And then making sure you jump right. This was a tough game, but that's what a lot of game makers did back in the days. And this was put out by Acclaim. Wouldn't be surprised if this was like the tail end when it should have been an LJN game, because man, this game is tough. It's 1995, so it was right before the N64 came out, not with more than a year. And this is a tough game. It's a really tough game, but a lot of games were tough back then. But that's what made it enjoyable, because you had to beat that challenge. It wasn't just, hey, save here, all right, oh, put it on easy difficulty. There was no easy difficulty. You just beat it. And if the game beat you, you kept playing till you got better. But that's how they made a lot of these games replay value, because otherwise, you know, if it was easy, you beat the game in a couple hours and say, I paid $60 for what? Or, well, depending on when, 50, 60, 70. I think I got, this isn't my original copy, but I think I got mine for around $15, $20 at Babbage's back in the day. Yeah, such a good game. Really, really, really tough. If you haven't played it, you really need to go play it. So that would be Spawn, the video game, Super Nintendo. Especially if you're a Spawn fan. I'm a Spawn fan. Next is car combat game. Before Twisted Metal, we had Battle Cars. Okay, this game was awesome. It was like F-Zero, but with combat. You would be able to shoot stuff, homing rockets. You'd be able to upgrade your vehicle engine. It could go faster. You get better weapons. You get better tires. You just become beastly. And then you shoot these discs. My favorite were the discs. They would bounce off the walls and hit anything in front of them. And then, you know, you didn't have to be super accurate. But the homing missiles were really good too. There were all kinds of weapons. Mines that would go behind you. It's like if they took F-Zero and Mario Kart and turned up the violence and turned up the metal. Because it's very metal. This game is awesome. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo, and I originally played this at a friend's house when I was a kid. Played it over there. Every time I'd hang out over there, I was like, let's play Battle Cars, let's play Battle Cars. And I never owned it. Not until recently, once I was able to find it, I was like, yeah, Battle Cars. So, yeah. If you haven't played Battle Cars, fantastic game. And finally, this one, some people really love it. I think it's a cult classic. Some people really love it. Some people not so much. But I have the Japanese version, which I can't remember what it's called at the moment. And I have the US version. But the US version is called UN Squadron. UN Squadron is another one of those side-scrolling shmups. It's a shooter game. It's really tough. Again, a lot of the games were tough back then. But it was great. I really enjoyed this. I remember I got my original copy. Sadly, this isn't my original copy. But I got mine for Christmas one year. I had just gotten my Nintendo 64, and for Christmas, my grandfather decided to give in because he never bought me video games for Christmas. My grandparents never did, but my grandfather decided to go out this one year. He bought me Mario 64 and UN Squadron, and so he got me. He knew I just got the Nintendo 64, but I previously had the Super Nintendo at his house. I had taken it back to my house, and he knew I had it. I don't know who helped him pick these games, but I didn't have either, and they were fantastic. I played the living crap out of UN Squadron. Loved it. Still do. Still do. And if you haven't played UN Squadron, play the crap out of UN Squadron. Yeah, there you go. So there's my 5 Super Nintendo games. If you haven't played, you need to play. I'm not really calling them hidden gems because I don't think UN Squadron or Aladdin were really hidden. I don't think they were hidden at all. I think you could go to the store and you could find them. Okay. There you go. Play them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think about these games. Have you played any of them? Do you plan on playing any of them? Do you plan on playing this retro goodness? Or do you just plan on watching this video and go, hey, that's pretty much enough. That's cool. Have you played them? Then let's talk about them in the comments below. Drop them down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Again, head to our spring shop, link in the description below, where you can get awesome retro Red Bandana gaming shirts or the current ones. All kinds of other great stuff there. Thank you guys so much. Head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Subscribe, all that other good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.